Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
What's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, FROM MESSYMYA, and I am back again with another video. What it is, ho? What's up? Damn near everybody got me fucked up because literally, when I tell you damn near the entire Baddies cast that I seen on this episode pissed me the hell off. And let me tell y'all what, you know what? I'm gonna wait until the review start. What's good? Wait, shit, that did it already? Damn, y'all, I'm just ready to get into this review. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Okay, girl, we are caught up on the mess. We are caught up on the episodes, and now I don't think I understand. This is like, we're like back to Messy Mob, like the OG Messy Mob. Like now we can finally get into the T videos because I done caught up on all the episodes. So I'm gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, we can finally start going live again and catching up on all the episodes. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, this is lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're lit over here. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop. All right. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. It's FROM MESSYMYA. It's the Messy Mob. Girl, we are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And yeah, let's get into the mess. So the episode resumes back with Asian Doll beating the Mario coins out that little Mariah Lynn. That's pretty much what it was. So this is my thing. So the last time I spoke, I said I felt like Mariah was sticking with Asian Doll when they were on their feet on the first round. So when I say that, I'm not saying like I felt like it was a tie. I'm saying like Mariah was on her 2 feet. She was, you know what I'm saying? Like she was swinging. But don't get it twisted. Asian Doll won all rounds. All right. But yeah, girl, Mariah Lynn got tore up from the floor up. And it was so embarrassing because that girl cannot fight, y'all. It was so embarrassing because when Asian Doll would give her space to like swing, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Asian Doll backing it up and dump it. Back it up and dump it. So we can, it reminded me of Tessiki and E.T. I mean, of course, you know. You know what I'm saying? Asian Doll is no Tessiki, but it reminded me of their fight because Tessiki would back up and then E.T. would swing, but it would just show you that she's not swinging for real. She's like windmilling. You know what I'm saying? So when Mariah Lynn and Asian Doll got into it and Asian Doll's like backing up, like she backing up and squaring up and then she hitting her, she backing up and squaring. You know what I'm saying? You can truly see how bad Mariah Lynn really cannot fight. Like, Mariah, it was so embarrassing. Like, you literally see Mariah Lynn continuously swinging at the air. What did the air do to you? What did the air do to you? Like, that's all I'm trying to figure out. What did the air do to you? Like, do you have beef with the air? Or do you have beef with Asian Doll because you're hitting the air and you're swinging at the air more than you're even swinging at her? It was so embarrassing. Asian Doll was literally sitting there laughing at her. It was so embarrassing. Like, Mariah Lynn kept going back for more and more and more and more and more. And I understand, like, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people and I myself just feel like if I lose, I'm not stopping until I'm satisfied. But it was just so, I got secondhand embarrassment. It was embarrassing. And then she's still talking, especially because the night before at the dinner, she talking greasy. Oh, you're scared of me. First of all, Mariah Lynn, I said this last time, bitch, nobody's scared of you, ho. Nobody's scared of you, you little mutt. Okay, no. You little chihuahua. Nobody is scared of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we've been seeing that your bark is a lot bigger than your bite, girl. You're not causing no damage. You don't know how to fight. You're not that strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just not that girl when it comes to fighting. Nobody is scared of you, baby. You don't pump no fear in nobody's heart. I'm sorry to tell you. Nobody is scared of you. Nobody's scared of you. Okay, like I said last time, girl, I got a niece for you, girl. I guarantee you she'll tear your ass up. Girl, when I tell y'all the first round, this is kind of like last episode shit, but whatever. The first round with her and Asian Doll, when I fucking tell y'all, they were getting into it, right? They were both swinging, right? Asian doll hits are connecting more, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Mariah Lynn was still swinging a lot more that round than she did any other round. Like, the other rounds, I don't know what she was doing, but Mariah Lynn was actually swinging the first round. So, girl, when I tell you Asian doll connected this one hit, boop. Mariah Lynn was on that floor. Okay. She was on the floor. And then after that, it just went downhill from there. It went downhill from there. And then Mariah Lynn thought she did something because Asian doll ended up on the floor too. But it's like you pulled her down to the floor with you. Like, Asian doll genuinely got Mariah Lynn on the ground because she hit her that hard. Like, you got knocked on your ass. Like, she didn't get knocked on her ass. You just pulled her down. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, two things for sure. Mariah Lynn is, if you try to get Mariah Lynn in the water or the ground, girl, Mariah Lynn is going to pull you with her, child. That's exactly what she did. But it's like, girl, you're acting like you're, and every time you're going to go down with me. That's not a flex. Like, anyways, let's move on. So the rest of the rounds, girl, Scotty had me so weak in her confessions, girl. She said they did the first round and she got beat up. The second round, she got beat up. She just kept getting beat up and she kept going back from one. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, girl. I love me some Scotty this season, girl. Scotty is the one that's making me the least mad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I like Scotty this season, and I'm gonna just say this real quick. I feel like what Scotty is giving us this season, what we've been asking from Scotty forever. Like, baby girl, you don't have to fight if you don't want to. We've come to the conclusion that you're a softie. That you're a pretty girl, you're a softie, you're not with all that rah-rah, you're not with all that fighting. Honestly, Scotty don't even know how to argue. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that, and we get it. We get it. We get it. But it was more so like her lacking personality. You know what I'm saying? And then we found out that she cracking them legs open. So we know why you're really on the show. But it's like, damn, can you at least disguise the fact on how you're still getting on the show? Like, y'all know my ADHD bad child. I just started talking about something that had nothing to do with the situation, but I like Scotty, and I feel like she's giving us more this season, and I have nothing bad to say about Scotty. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I feel like when I start to like somebody, they end up doing some weird lame shit towards the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully this is not it. I would hope that since this is like her 26th season, like, I would hope that she learn, and it seems like she has been learning, and, you know, she knows what to bring. So, girl, go ahead, girl. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to, we're back at the ATV thing, okay, with Asian doll Mariah Lynn. Mariah Lynn will not stop running up, y'all. But she wants to, I'm talking about Mariah Lynn is getting turned every way but loose, over and over and over. I'm like, girl, it got to the point where I was convinced that she liked getting her ass whooped. I'm like, okay, girl, you got a king. You got a king. You like that. You like this. You like this. Okay, cool. Okay, so you like it. Because you keep going back. You keep going back for more, and this girl keeps tearing you up. Your eye is literally shut. Like, your eye is shut. You look a mess. You keep getting tore up. She's literally, y'all the same size too. It's not even like you're fighting Smiley, who really all she got to do is just flick you or thump you. You know what I'm saying? And you're flying across the room. It's not even like that. Because, you know, Smiley was way bigger than her. You know, Smiley was a little bit back that liked to pick on the little girls. But you and Asian doll are the same size. She got you on the height, but y'all both small. Y'all both little. So it's like you're getting tore up by somebody in your weight class. You can't fight. You can't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Girl, it was funny to me though. It got comical after a while. Like, after a while, you know, at first I was like, ooh, Asian doll, tear her up. Like I said, especially because I don't even feel bad for Mariah Lynn, because I still ain't forget what Mariah Lynn did to Jelly Bean for Tessiki. That was lame. I don't give a damn what y'all say. She was being a real friend or what. That was still lame. Okay, especially because Tessiki don't even ride for you the way you ride for her. Like, oh, every time she don't gotta touch you because you're doing all this like barking like a little chihuahua, and Tessiki don't even do it for you. Tessiki sat there while you got tore up like 5 times back to back. And Jelly Bean wasn't even like trying to square up or really get into it with Tesiki, and you come out the cut and hit her from the side and sneak her. Like, you're lame, and I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you at all. I don't feel sorry for Mariah Lynn. I don't care. Mariah Lynn got what she got. You got your eyes shut. You think you're tough shit. You think you're all that. You know what I'm saying? And you got your eyes shut. After like the second round, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and none of your friends helped. And let's talk about that too. So towards the end of, you know, the 4 or 5 rounds or whatever, everybody turns to Bianca. Okay, so keep in mind that last episode, they already had this storyline brewing that Bianca was being, you know, not really a flip-flopper, but she was being fake. Okay, she was carrying the bone. They were talking about how she was carrying the bone back and forth from Asian Doll to Mariah Lynn, knowing that she was friends with Mariah Lynn, but going back to tell Asian Doll what Mariah Lynn was going to do to her once she got onto the show. Basically being messy, okay, and playing both sides. And then they also got mad at her because Mariah Lynn was getting tore up and her ass whooped back to back. Okay, there's no denying that. You know, I don't know, because you know they like to be blind to some things, especially when they mess with the person. They love to be blind to some things. Just like when Natalie got tore up on the beach by Tommy Girl, she literally got drugged from the sand to the water. You know what I'm saying? With her old ass by Tommy. And then the next day, Slim Too Bad and Natalie sat in Biggie's face and said that Natalie barely got touched and she didn't get beat up. Girl, you got tore up. You know what I'm saying? So this time they're admitting like Mariah Lynn got her ass whooped in front of you multiple times and you didn't help. Bianca, this is my thing. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all why everybody pissed me off this episode. Because I see a lot of comments where a lot of people are Team Bianca. And I could understand that in some sense because at the end of the day, Bianca was the victim in this episode at a certain point. I'm not going to say throughout the whole episode, but at a certain point, she was the victim. They were definitely trying to bully her and gang up on her. Okay, I'm not gonna deny that, and they pissed me. And I'm not gonna lie, everybody finna get read down. I'm talking about everybody finna get read down for that, because I don't like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all where Bianca messed up. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I've seen a lot of people say that sorry, my ADHD is so bad. I've seen a lot of people say that they're Team Bianca and stuff, and I don't blame y'all. I'm not mad at y'all for it, but I feel like a lot of people aren't saying where Bianca went wrong. Like, you can be Team Bianca. I understand, because Bianca was getting ganged up on by the girls. Like, she was. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like nobody's really talking about where she went wrong and what she did wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Now, as far as Bianca not jumping in for Mariah Lynn, I don't give a damn about. I don't care. I don't care about that. Now, me personally, if it was my well, no, I'm not gonna say that I don't care about that. It was a little bit thing. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit. But I don't care at the same time, because, like she said, like don't tell her to not jump into your fight and to leave your beefs alone and to not get involved in your beefs if you don't want her to take it and run with it. Like, you specifically told her to not get into your shit, to not involve herself into your BS, and then when she watched you get tore up, you know what I'm saying? Like, now everybody mad. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand what the other girls were saying, because it's like, no, if y'all are truly best friends, if y'all are truly friends the way y'all try to portray out to the world, you know what I'm saying? You're going to ride for your friend regardless. Like, nobody's just going to sit there and watch their friend get beat the fuck up like that. Like that, and that's just real. That's just real. Nobody is going to sit there. I'm talking about, like, let's take ourselves outside of the show. Nobody is going to sit there and watch their best friend get beat on like that. Okay? Whether you get in the middle and you break it up, whether you break it up and call your one out with the person that's doing that to that's doing your best friend in, or whether you and your best friend jump down one person. It's what nobody finna sit there and watch their friend get beat up like that, no matter what their friends say. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand both sides. However, let me cook. Let me talk. No, I'm not done. However, y'all sitting here and y'all trying to ridicule and jump down Bianca's throat for not jumping in Mariah Lynn's fight when Mariah Lynn had about 2 or 3 more friends there. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, especially because, Mariah Lynn, whenever Tasiki get into something, Mariah Lynn right there. Mariah Lynn is right there, although I feel like it was not necessary, especially, like I said, I'll give Mariah grace for the Baddies East thing because, Tasiki got jumped. It was a vulnerable moment. It was, clearly she needed some type of more. So I'll give her grace right there. Okay, cool. Tasiki still ain't asked her to do it. And after she did it, Tasiki told her to mind her business, but I'll still give her grace. But with the whole jelly bean thing, she ain't have to do that. Nobody told her to do that. So my thing is okay. You got a friend that clearly you ride for her more than she ride for you. Yeah. So how are y'all getting so mad at Bianca when Mariah Lynn had multiple friends there? And none of them helped. All of them, and let's talk about how Tasiki and Mariah Lynn walk around calling each other sister, this, sister, that. Oh, we so close. Oh, this is my sister. This is my sister. Like, I'm a fight for my sister. But when it was really time to defend Mariah Lynn, Tasiki didn't do it. Tasiki sat back like she always do. Because let's really talk about it. Tasiki don't got nobody back. Okay? Ever since Baddies, Tasiki don't got nobody back. And it is what it is. I said what I said. She don't have nobody back. So, and again, I'm not mad at her for it. It's a little weird, but I'm not mad at her for it only because, like, it's weird. Like, I feel like if they're going to hold Bianca accountable for not jumping in a fight for Mariah Lynn, y'all need to hold everybody accountable. I don't care. What the hell? Mariah Lynn be with Tasiki just as much as she be with Mariah Lynn. Why are y'all only talking about Bianca? Again, I understand what they were saying because if I'm putting myself in a real life situation, me personally, I'm not going to sit there and let my friend get beat up like that. Back to I'm just not going to do my especially at the point where her eye is hurt. Literally, one of her eyes are shut. You know what I'm saying? At that point, at least at that point, I'm going to get in the pain for her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't even see out one of your eyes. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me take that. Let me take that fade. I'll eat that fade. You know what I'm saying? Like, win, lose, or draw. So I understand what they were trying to tell Bianca, but again, Bianca was not Mariah Lynn's only friend there. Y'all are down her throat. Y'all are mad and literally trying to bully her, calling her fake because it is. Y'all need to be calling Tasiki fake too. Y'all need to be every friend that was with her before or after the fight or that be with her all the time. Y'all need to be calling them fake too. And it is what it is. Okay. Natalie too. So let me tell y'all. So when Asian Doll first called up Natalie and she first got introduced, I think this was like 2 episodes back. Okay. Or maybe it was last episode. I'm not sure. But this is when we first got introduced to Asian Doll when she was on the phone with Natalie. Okay. Now, Natalie in her confessionals, she said, okay, I think that Asian Doll and Mariah Lynn got some beef. They got an issue. And she said, the first thing she said was Mariah Lynn is going to have to deal with this by herself. Natalie said that. And let's keep in mind that on the second episode, Mariah Lynn and Bianca was jumping bitches for Natalie. And that's another thing with Bianca too. Like I said, let me talk. I promise you, I'm gonna get on everybody, but we starting with Mariah Lynn and Bianca first. That's the thing too about Bianca. So on that's Lord, it's just too much. I ain't gonna lie, they all piss me off. I feel like everybody was being a hypocrite this episode, and I feel like everybody was just doing too much this episode. They either did too much or they did too little, or they were just being a hypocrite. So again, going back to that initial phone call with Natalie and Asian Doll, Natalie was like, Mariah Lynn is going to deal with this by herself. And keep in mind that Mariah Lynn not only fought for Natalie at the reunion, but fought for and because of Natalie at the reunion, but Mariah Lynn also jumped Kelly for it. jumped Callie and snuck Callie for Natalie. Let's really keep it a buck. She did it for Natalie. Okay. As much as she tries to lie and put on those white woman tears and tell us that she did it because Callie bumped her, quote unquote, even though security was literally roughing her up. No, you did it because you wanted to have Natalie's back and you want to impress Natalie and you want to secure a spot on the show. That's why you did it. So, but nobody's not talking about that. Like, you're not talking about how you fight for Natalie and Natalie let you get beat up back to back. You're not talking about how you fought for Tessiki multiple times and you let and Tessiki let you get tore up back to back. You're not talking about that. Your focus is on Bianca. And again, I understand, but why are you scared to hold everybody else accountable? Like, if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. If I'm gonna put myself in Mariah Lynn's shoes, right, and I'm gonna call out my friends for not having my back and letting my eye get shut and letting me get tore up back to back and not taking none of my fades like a real host should. Okay, I'm calling out everybody. I don't care. I'm not calling out one person. All y'all are my friends. I have different relationships with all y'all. And this is somebody random who just came in. I knew y'all before Asian Doll. You know me better than you know Asian Doll. She's a stranger to you. She don't mean nothing to you. So why you not, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling out everyone. I'm not calling out just Bianca. That's what I don't like how they targeted just Bianca. I don't care. Like I said, I could understand why they felt that way. Especially Tinkerbella and Meatball, because I'm pretty sure if you know what I'm saying, if one of them were losing, the other one would, hell, when they're winning the fight, they be trying to jump in for each other. You know what I'm saying? So I understand if y'all were really friends, you would have took that fade for her, or you would have gotten that. You know what I'm saying? I understand their frustration, but y'all need to call out everybody. Y'all, so just for them to just target Bianca was honestly sick. I didn't like it. It was weird. I didn't agree. And it was just ill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ill. Like, it's just ill. Like, what? Like, get out of here. Like, and Biggie, with your girl. Oh, my gosh. And Biggie, you're disappointing. You're disappointing. Biggie, this is my thing with Biggie. Now, let's go down the line, because I'm not going to lie, multiple people piss me off. So let's go down the line. I'll start with Bianca first, because I kind of just want to get it over with. With Bianca pissed me off a little bit. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards Bianca's side because she got ganged up on, and I feel like they really tried to target her, and they really did target her. And when multiple of Mariah Lynn's friends did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all only targeting this one girl for what? Target everybody, but y'all not finna do that because y'all scary and y'all picky choosy. Okay? So cool. At first, Bianca stood on what she stood on, right? She said, y'all, she was standing on it. She was standing on business at first. I feel like she fucked up when she went quiet, because she made herself look guilty when she went quiet and separated herself from the group once Mariah Lynn and Asia Doll started to talk. That's when she separated herself, got quiet, and had the little pouty face. And I feel like by doing that, she not only made herself vulnerable, she made herself look like a pussy, and she just made herself look guilty. So I feel like that's where she went wrong. She also went wrong where she was calling Asian all trying to be messy. And at first, on the other episode, the last episode where they were basically cooking up the storyline and talking about it at first, I honestly thought that they were lying, and that I thought it was a lie. I thought it was a rumor. I compared it to Baddies East, where towards when they went to Jamaica or whatever, and they came up with this rumor about Mariah Lynn and Suki and this, that, and the third, but there was really no solid proof behind what they were saying. There was no tea behind nothing. There was no screenshot. There was no screen recording. There was nothing behind nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at first, I'm like, okay, they were on a Sprinter on the way to the ATVs talking about Bianca being fake or whatever, or carrying the bone, being messy. You know what I'm saying? Playing both sides, whatever you want to call it. So at first, I thought it was a rumor. I'm like, oh, they lying on her. Like, they're just trying to, they're trying to, because I understand how desperate some folks get for a storyline. I understand. understand, and we all have witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, this is a clear storyline. None of this is true. Like, this is not true. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen the way Bianca, how fast Bianca went to the side and got quiet when Asian Doll and Mariah Lynn started to talk, and it, like, the truth low-key started to unravel little by little. And at that point, she didn't want to talk to nobody. She completely separated herself from everybody. Keep in mind that nobody was really doing much to her. At that point, they were basically just calling her out. I feel like they didn't start doing too much until Biggie went over there to her, and Biggie just started, like, just sitting there, I feel like, just fishing for an issue with Bianca. You know what I'm saying? Basically, low-key but high-key, like, passive-aggressively trying to antagonize her when she was talking to her. I feel like that's when they started doing too much. But before that, they basically were just telling her, like, you wrong for not having her back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they really weren't doing too much. So for you to completely separate, that's when I knew that she did what they were talking about. I'm like, okay, so you were being messy. As soon as she separated herself, started to get quiet and didn't want, I'm like, okay, so you definitely did it. And it's obvious now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So anyways, it comes out that I feel like that's where Bianca messed up. Okay. Because at first she was standing on business. She was like, y'all, she started yelling at everybody. Okay, she was in front of everybody. She said, y'all bitches are not going to gas me into doing anything that I don't want to do, pretty much. And it is what it is. I said what I said. She literally said that verbatim. I said, like, pretty much just standing on business, right? And then when Mariah Lynn and Asian get to talking about, you know, everything, that's when she separated herself. Weird. Okay, that's where she messed up. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, Bianca girl, you got caught in multiple lies this episode, baby girl. Okay, so let's get into it. And I also feel like that is fake. Like, if you're friends with two people, or if you had past beef with somebody and you made up with them, but you're also friends with somebody who, first of all, it's just weird to begin with, because I'm not in cahoots with nobody that my friend that is an op of my friend. That's just that. But I understand some people don't operate like that. Some people are like, I'm gonna be friends with whoever the hell I want to be friends with. It is what it is. So that's cool. I'm not judging. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, me personally, it's just not gonna work, because you're gonna get tied up in situations like this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So what was I gonna say? Anyways, so she pretty much got caught being messy. Okay, she got caught being messy, and she got caught in multiple lies or whatever. But honestly, I feel like that's the only thing that Bianca did wrong. Like, Bianca should not have been calling Asian Doll being messy. If you're gonna be friends with the op of your so and so best friend, there shouldn't even be a conversation about your friend to that person at all. Like, if you're gonna do it, at least be neutral with it. Like, there should not be no type of conversation. Like, just like I said, I feel like Mariah Lynn was fake as hell for going to that dinner with Tommy. You're supposed to be Natalie's friend, and you sitting here with Tommy, knowing damn well Tommy is gonna talk about Natalie the entire time, and then you're gonna go back to Natalie and be Natalie's friend. It just don't make sense. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. But if you are gonna do it, Bianca, the only thing I'm telling Bianca is that if you're gonna be friends with both of them, you need to keep it neutral, baby. Like, that's just, it is what it is. But that's the only, no. And I feel like Bianca was being a little scary. And let me tell y'all why. Scary as far as, like, you know what? Let me get into what they did to her first, and then I'm going to tell y'all how I feel like Bianca was acting a little scary. Just a little bit. But besides that, that's the only ways I feel like Bianca was wrong. I feel like Bianca, if she was going to be friends with both Asian Doll and Mariah Lynn, knowing that they're beefing with each other, she should have kept it neutral. She should have never been trying to carry the bone and be messy. Okay. And two, I feel like she should, no matter what kind of truth came out, I feel like she should have stood on that. But I feel like she wasn't trying to stand on it. She wasn't trying to confront it. She immediately went over as soon as they started to talk about it. Because at the end of the day, baby girl, it's something that you told Agent Doll about Mariah Lynn. So now that they're getting the truth, and it's like you're not trying to confront it. You're just going off to the side and trying to avoid it, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I feel like Bianca went wrong. Let's talk about everybody else, because yeah, everybody else made me mad too. But I'm leaning, like I said, I'm leaning more so towards Bianca because I just don't understand why they're trying to target her. I understand why she got called out, but to target her when y'all are mad at her for something that Tesiki and other people did, because Tesiki and other people are also Mariah Lynn's friends. I just don't understand why y'all are only targeting Bianca, except for the fact that y'all are all scary and picky choosy, but next. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, let's talk about everyone else. And I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna start with Biggie because Biggie is the first one to initially confront Bianca alone, not in front of the group. So when Bianca separated herself from the group, when Mariah Lynn and Asian Doll started to talk, which is still crazy to me because y'all are mad at Bianca for not jumping in for Mariah Lynn when Mariah Lynn got tore up, just for Mariah Lynn to end up shaking hands and making up with Asian Doll as soon as the altercation was over. Like, but whatever. Let's focus all of our attention on Bianca and target this one girl, even though Mariah Lynn got her eye closed by Asian Doll and shook her hand and made up with her right afterwards. Girl, boo, bye. Anyways, so Biggie, Big Back Biggie, okay, she goes, and Biggie, I don't even want to do it to you. I don't want to do it to you because I like you. I like you. But you did too much. You did too much for you to walk around hollering about a bully this and bully that, and they pick on me, and I got set up, and they don't like me. Crying, girl, you crying every other episode, girl, to the point where I'm literally yelling at you, telling you to stop crying. You cry every other episode. You paint yourself as the victim. Let's really talk about it. And, you know, us fans don't help because we coddle you. And I'm saying we because I'm included in that. And y'all called me out for that multiple times. We called it's our fault too because we let you take it and run with it. This little victim mentality just for you to turn around and do it to somebody else. You're so weird to me. I would think that somebody like you, who literally had the odds against you since you started Baddies. On Baddies West, nobody liked you, okay? And, well, you know what? I'll use that term lightly because I understand that some people did like Biggie on Baddies West. So, most of the fan base did not like you. You literally got bullied online and you were the laughing stock of Baddies West. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You got chased around the parking lot. You were just a joke on Baddies West. Let's get into it. Baddies East, you turned it around. Oh, baby, you turned it around, baby. All the odds were against you. The girls tried to kick you out. The girls did bully you. I'm not going to take that away from you. A lot of people said you got your karma, but a lot of us fans were like, you know what? Nah. You know what I'm saying? She turned it around. We love Biggie. She has personality. She's that girl. You know what I'm saying? Her personality is shining a lot more. But you know, you were getting played with, and you were getting picked on, and you were getting bullied like crazy on Baddies East. Okay, they tried their hardest to paint you as a joke. That was the only reason why they brought you back. Let's really get into it. Okay, you still carry this. You low key carry this victim mentality over to Baddies Caribbean. Okay. And again, I let you do it. I don't know about y'all. A lot of y'all caught on to it this season, but I kind of let her do it. I kind of, you know, because I felt bad when Jayla was doing what she was doing to her. So again, for you to go through as much as you went through and then turn around and attempt to do the same thing to somebody else is so weird to me, especially when the situation had nothing to do with you, especially when at the end of the day, you're defending Mariah Lynn when Mariah Lynn ain't ever defend you. You're acting slow. I don't understand. You're doing all of this to try to look cool for everybody. None of them really mess with you like that. Let's really get into it. The only people I think really mess with you is like, I don't even think Tesiki mess with you like that, to be honest. Tesiki don't even give me the vibe that she mess with you like that. The way she was laughing with Jayla and kikiing with Jayla after what Jayla did to you, I feel like the only one who really messed with you genuinely is Meatball. I don't think anybody else in that house really messes with you like that. I feel like they tolerate you. Okay? So the fact that you're doing this, trying to look cool in front of everybody, trying to defend Mariah Lynn ain't ever had your back. Mariah Lynn was with House A last season, and House A were the main ones bullying you. But now all of a sudden you have Mariah Lynn's back. If you truly had Mariah Lynn's back, you would have took the fade. But all y'all calling out, that's what I'm saying. If you really want to defend Mariah Lynn this much, you would have took the fade, but you didn't take the fade. All y'all sat there. Every single one of y'all sat there and let Mariah Lynn get done up like that. Okay. And it's just so crazy to me that like just seeing Biggie do what she do. So Biggie low-key, she's a passive aggressive. Okay. So she was passive aggressive at first. So she is sitting there. Bianca's sitting there quiet. Like I said, Bianca was I feel like she went wrong by even separating herself, because it just makes her look guilty. It makes her look guilty, and it makes her look soft, and it makes her look vulnerable too, especially because she looks sad. She's sitting there, you know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't give them the right. It still does not give them the right to do what they did. Y'all are not God. Like, who are y'all? Anyways, so she's passive aggressive with Bianca at first, like kind of like antagonizing her. Like Bianca is telling her, like, I don't know none of y'all. I don't want to be around y'all. I don't want to talk to y'all. Leave me alone. Continuously telling Biggie to leave her alone. Biggie is literally trying to force an argument, trying to force the conversation, basically telling Bianca, all of this aggression that you have towards me, which it really wasn't even aggression, because Bianca wasn't yelling. She was talking normal. So she's telling Bianca, all of this aggression towards me, you need to have towards them. You need to have towards them. Okay, Biggie, and all of this energy that you have with Bianca, you need to have towards everybody who did you wrong too. Because you sitting up with a bunch of girls who also sat there and watched you get beat up by Jayla. Let's talk that. Let's talk that. But you friends with them now. Not only that, but you're trying to impress them right now by doing what you're doing. It's weird to me. It's especially Mariah Lynn. Mariah Lynn don't mess with Biggie. Like, come on, man, come on, bro. Like, I'm not finna play with Biggie. Biggie is just Biggie done lost her big back ass mind. It's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. I think Biggie done lost her damn mind. Because girl, ain't no way. You can't be this slow. You cannot be this slow. You're not fast. You acting slow. Okay. Girl. So while Biggie is basically talking to Bianca, the rest of the girls, she ended up going back, and the rest of the girls end up coming back to Bianca, and they're still confronting her about the same thing. You didn't have Mariah Lynn's back. So then in the midst of that, Skyscraper Sapphire, you know what I'm saying? Skyscraper Sapphire, the big, tall, goofy bitch, okay? The motherfucking oak tree, is she go over there to Bianca, and she called Bianca out to fight. So this is my thing. Okay, like I said, this whole time I've been writing for Sapphire because she got spit on. So I understand, because if it was me, it's up and stuck every single time I see you. But with Sapphire, it hasn't been that at all. Like, Sapphire and Bianca haven't fought since like the 3rd episode. Like, they haven't fought since like the 3rd episode. They have had multiple settings where Natalie basically said, like, if you wanna fight and get your issue off, y'all need to do it now. She has set up multiple meetings and multiple settings for them to literally setting it up to where somebody can call out their issue and call out their thing. Sapphire has not done it, not one time. Not one time. Let's go down the list. Let's go down the list. So, and I'm talking about in order after everything. So we had the bonfire brawls. Okay, we had the bonfire, the beach bonfire, where people were calling people out. Okay, Sapphire did not call out Bianca. Next, we had when they went on the nature walk and they got onto the top of the cliff. Okay, you know when DTB had stole off on ItsDF for quote unquote being a follower. Okay, cool. Sapphire still did not call out her issue, and that specific time, Natalie told these girls multiple times and specified and clarified and said it multiple times, where if y'all have an issue, y'all need to get y'all issue off now, okay? Before we leave Barbados, before we go to the club tonight. Sapphire still did not step in the paint and do nothing. So what I'm trying, well, the point I'm trying to make is that Sapphire had so many, and like I said, okay, the point I'm trying to make is that I understand, because Sapphire has every right to be upset with Bianca and to not like Bianca, because Bianca, like as in Bianca said, she got a one up on Sapphire every time. You know, Bianca didn't exactly win those fights with Sapphire. In my personal opinion, I feel like Sapphire was really knocking the Mario coins out of Bianca's head. She was knocking her head back every single time, but she got she technically got a one up because she was playing dirty, Bianca. So I understand Sapphire's frustration with Bianca, and I understand why, if you know what I'm saying, I get it. But it's like there has been multiple times where Sapphire could have and should have honestly called out her fade with Bianca. She did not do it. She did not do it again. So we had the bonfire, the beach bonfire. Sapphire did not call out Bianca for no fade. We have the little nature walk brawls. Okay. I don't know what to call these things because Natalie calls them house meetings, but they're not that. So I'm not finna sit here and call them that. Then we have another fight session, fight club session, hot girl fight club session, disguised as a house meeting at the nature walk where they were at the top of the cliff, and the girls still, and Natalie still told the girls, if any of y'all got an issue with each other, y'all need to call it out now before we leave. Okay. Then, when they first got to Puerto Rico, they had another house meeting. The one where, Gretch got slung to the floor like a rag doll by Meatball. And, J-Lo apologized to Biggie and all that stuff. When they first got to Puerto Rico, they also had that meeting that both Bianca and Sapphire were at. And Sapphire still didn't call Bianca out. So my point is, and I'm sorry to take so long to get to the point, but my point is that Sapphire had ample opportunity to call this girl out to fight if she really felt a type of way about getting spit on in her wig, drowning in the toilet. And I understand why she's mad. Don't get me wrong, but if you were that mad, why you ain't been called out your face? Y'all have real, now it's real now. Y'all got beef now, but you've been avoiding these fades for what? I don't know, because I really feel like Sapphire, what Bianca was doing to Sapphire, I feel like Sapphire should have called Bianca out every single time for that fade. You're gonna have to see me every single time, but you want to wait until everybody pretty much is now against Bianca. Let's talk about it. You want to wait until everybody is riled up and they're all against Bianca, and all of you guys are literally crowding around this one girl to the point where she can't even see somebody sneaking her. So y'all are all crowded around her. Y'all are all talking y'all mess. Y'all are pretty much ganging up on this one girl, and you want to wait. You had ample opportunities, so many quote unquote house meetings, so many little fight sessions to call this girl out for a fade, and you want to wait until everybody is on her to do so. Sapphire, you wanted a moment. And that's all it is. Sapphire wanted a moment, and I said what I said. She wanted a moment. Like I said, I understand the beef, especially on Sapphire's part, because if I was Sapphire, it's of every single time I would have saw Bianca. But you waited. You wanted a moment, baby. That's all that was. So anyway, Sapphire is continuously calling Bianca out, and I don't want to be no bully, but you're gonna have to get up and just at least get up. Like I need that. Basically telling Bianca that she need that fade. Bianca is like, girl, I'm not gonna fight you. And honestly, I feel like, I don't want to call Bianca scary for that. Because clearly the girls were the girls were getting over her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, girl, I don't know. Like, you want to wait until she's literally telling you that she doesn't want to fight. Till she's literally sitting by herself and everybody else is on her to you. Like, Sapphire wanted a moment. So Bianca's like, girl, I'm not going to fight you. It is what it is. I'm not going to fight. Okay. So while her and Sapphire are going back and forth, and Sapphire is literally begging for a fade at this point. She's literally begging for a fade at this point. DTB, Dominant Body, girl, with her cock-eyed ass, girl, Where is Tinkerbella? Where is Tinkerbella? Because, girl, you're making me mad. You know? So, Diamond Body comes out the cut, and she basically hits Bianca from the back. She swings, hits Bianca from the back, while Bianca is sitting on the little ATV and listening and just having everybody jump down her throat, right? So Bianca immediately stands up, and I don't know what she's doing. It looks like she's taking off her shoes. I don't know what she's doing, but while she's taking off her shoes, and keep in mind, she just got hit, okay? Everybody is applauding Diamond Body for doing what she did, although they were in their confessionals trying to make it seem like they didn't agree with it. In that moment, they really were hyping up Diamond Body for what she did. And it was just, it just didn't need to be done. It was a super clout chasey. The only one who looked like they felt bad and who looked like was Scotty. Like, you could tell Scotty in that moment was telling Diamond Body, like, girl, why did you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she looked like, well, why would you do that? So she did what she did. I don't understand why she did it. She did it for clout, clearly. She did it for a moment. She wanted a moment. Girl, you're talking about, you're sitting here. This is what I don't understand with everybody else. It's like they're contradicting themselves. Like, y'all are so hell-bent on defending Mariah Lynn. So now all of a sudden, Mariah Lynn is everybody's friend, okay? So y'all are so hell-bent on defending Mariah Lynn against Bianca. But when Mariah Lynn was getting tore up back-to-back, none of y'all, all of y'all just sat there and watched. None of y'all jumped in. But y'all are so hell-bent on defending Mariah Lynn against Bianca. Okay, like, it just don't make no sense. So DT was like, oh yeah, like, she's fake, like she deserved what she got, like, I snuck her, and she's just so proud of it. Girl, it's nothing to be proud of. Like, you look dumb. You're not, like, what are you doing? You're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything. You're getting on my nerves, really. And I told y'all Diamond Body was going to be annoying on the show. I told y'all that, and nobody wanted to listen to me. Everybody wanted DTB to come into the show. I told y'all, if y'all watch Now That's TV, that she's, honestly, I feel like Diamond is worse on Now That's TV. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like she's worse on Now That's TV, but she's very much annoying on Baddies as well. It's just like, it was just so unnecessary. Like, it was girl, with your, like I said, with her caca, you just look dumb. Like, so anyways, while Bianca is taking off her shoes, doing what she's doing, whatever, she's I guess in shock about, you know, of course, getting snuck from the back. And keep in mind that it connected. It's not even like it connected. So Biggie takes it upon herself again, while Bianca's back is turned, to snatch the little goggles off her head, jerk her head back, snatch the goggles off her head. It was just so unnecessary. Like, all of it was so weird. It was so unnecessary. Keep in mind that Biggie is somebody who got bullied at one point, who got ganged up on at one point. So I would expect more. I just expected so much more from Biggie, and it's so disappointing. Like, girl, you're just weird. Like, it's like you forgot that you literally are a joke. Like, that's what she don't get. Like, you really forgot your roots. Like, you really were a joke at one point. Like, nobody was messing with you. Nobody was messing with you. You I can't even talk because I'm one of the ones that was gassing her up, bro. Like, I'm so mad at myself. I haven't completely switched up on her yet, but it's like, what I see from this episode is just it was so distasteful from Biggie. I was not messing with it. So anyway, let's skip to the next day. The girls meet up or whatever, and the whole thing was just messed up from everybody. I didn't like it. Like I said, Scotty is slowly but surely starting to become my favorite, because I feel like, whether it's right or wrong in this season, I feel like Scotty is calling, like, in that moment, she messes with Diamond Body, but she called Diamond Body out in that moment. Like, what are you doing? That was unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? So the very next day, the girls meet up, and Diamond Body is with Mariah. You know, she's with Biggie and Tasiki and them like that, and Automac. So Automac is calling Bianca scary in her confessionals. You know what I'm saying? Calling her the P word, calling her scary. And how do I feel about that? Okay. How do I feel about that? Well, I feel like Bianca was being scary, but I don't blame her for acting like that, only because it was so many of them against her. So it's like, Lord knows what's gonna happen. She's separating herself. Like, I don't know, because Sapphire called out her fade. She didn't do nothing. Diamond the Body hit her. She didn't do nothing. Biggie snapped. Well, she probably didn't even know in that moment that was Biggie who did it, because Biggie waited until. And like, girl, like Biggie, girl, and let's go back to that, girl. If you really want to smoke with Bianca, why you ain't do it when you and Bianca was face to face by yourselves? Like this is what I'm saying, and this is how I know Biggie tries to do it to put on a show and to impress everybody else, because her and Bianca were literally face to face. If you really wanted to do it, you could have did it then, but you waited until somebody else got on that first, and then you did it. Like, it's just so weird to me, like, especially coming from Biggie. It's just, I expected so much more. Anyway, so I feel like Bianca. It's like, I understand, because when you have that many people against you, like, of course, you're not going to, you're going to try to, you don't want to get jumped. Like, I'm pretty sure she didn't want to get jumped, but it's like, girl, like, they're calling your fades out. Like, especially after like Baddies East reunion, like, when everybody was calling out ET phase and ET was running the phase back to back. You know what I'm saying? Whether they was trying to jump her or not, she was running the phase. So it's like, just seeing that, like, she just sat there, like, it gave scary a little bit, but it's like, I guess I could understand. Like, I don't know, man. Like, just all I'm gonna say is that it just couldn't have been me next. So Tesiki, don't bring her back next season. Like, don't bring back Sapphire. Don't bring back Mariah Lynn. Don't bring back Tesiki. Biggie, you're on thin ice with me. I'm not gonna say that yet, because, like I said, I ain't switched up on you yet, but you're on thin ice with me, Biggie, baby girl. Okay. You're on thin ice. Don't bring Tesiki back. Tesiki is a liar, and Krishan tried to tell us that she was a liar. And don't get it twisted. I don't like Krishan either. Honestly, I think it's a Malone thing at this point. I think that they probably all just act alike. And I'm just maybe not a Malone person, but Tesiki, she contradicts herself a lot. I called Tesiki out, back in the other recap where they showed the flashback where Jellybean says she said something. She swore up and down that she didn't say it. And then and then the next scene where she beat up Jellybean, she said that she said it. It just don't make no sense, baby. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. Like, she just contradicts herself so much. So in this particular scene, she contradicts herself because she and Diamond the Body's face when they basically brought up her sneaking Bianca. Oh, she's slapping hands with Diamond the Body. She's like, oh yeah, like, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like like, you know what I'm saying? Basically hyping up Diamond the Body for doing what she did to Bianca. But in the confessional, she's basically telling Diamond the Body that she's not House B material because House B doesn't sneak. Well, first of all, that's not true. People from House B definitely do sneak, but we're not going to even talk about that. But she basically made it seem like Diamond the Body wasn't good enough to join House B because they don't sneak and she snuck. But in Diamond the Body's face, you were dapping her up and slapping hands with her and giving her high fives for doing what she did. It's just, I feel like Tesiki is just starting to become a big walking contradiction, and I just don't like it, and it's annoying me, and I'm just over her, and I feel like she need to go home. Girl. You feel, girl, and you always be letting your friends get beat up too. Not saying that she should have jumped in, but again, if we're gonna hold Bianca accountable for not jumping in for Rylan, can we please hold everybody else accountable? Girl, boo bye. And back to that, I'm not okay. So, like I said, if this was a real situation, it's a real situation. But if I was to put myself in Bianca's shoes, me personally, whether my friend told me to jump in for her or not, I'm just not gonna sit there and let my friend get tore up like that, back to back, round for round. Especially if my friend wants to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not gonna let it happen. So I can't relate to Bianca. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at her for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because really, she came into the house standing on business for Mariah Lynn. And I feel like Mariah Lynn really didn't even appreciate it like that. If we're going to be for real, she didn't. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't. You know what I'm saying? And then Mariah Lynn, her and Sapphire are friends anyway. So I understood what Bianca was saying when it's like, why am I finna keep fighting her battles when she's just gonna make up with the person? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So now me and the person, so I understand Bianca when she said that, to be honest. So, but it's like, again, me personally, I just can't relate. Like, I'm not, my friend not finna get tore up like that in front of me multiple times. And I also feel like Bianca kind of messed up when she was like, keep in mind that I knew Agent All before I knew Mariah Lynn. What does that have to do with anything? Now, I don't understand why she said that. Somebody please explain it. But that was pretty much the end of the episode, I think. Oh, no, it wasn't. That was not the end of the episode. So the end of the episode was Bianca and Sapphire sitting down. Okay, so Bianca and Sapphire basically sat down at a table to talk. Okay. Sapphire in her little book and her book and her big ass pencil. I'm sorry, I think that Sapphire is a little corny, but it had me weak though. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I feel like Sapphire be like fishing for moments, and she's a follower sometimes, and this, that, and the third. That part had me weak. I'm not gonna lie, because that's some petty stuff that I would do just to get under somebody's skin. But yeah. Anyways. So first of all, they start off the conversation by Sapphire pretty much telling Bianca that she feels like she's not a good friend. And I just feel like Sapphire, just like Tetsiki, is just a big walking hypocrite. Girl, you're just a big walking contradiction, because everybody done seen you on TV not be a good friend. Like, you cannot, and Suki still don't mess with you till this day because of it. Like, but Sapphire keeps saying like, oh, like I had my redemption at the reunion. Like, you can't clock me. Yeah, we can clock you about it because it happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can clock you about it all we want to. Like, you're ridiculing her for doing something while she was on the show. But while you were on Baddies East, girl, you were doing whatever you could to secure your spot. And it's not even like you had one fake moment on Baddies East. Girl, you had multiple fake moments on Baddies East. Okay? Multiple. It wasn't even that situation with ET and Sukihana, girl. You were literally with Sukihana's ops. Somebody that had just fought Sukihana the day before, the night before, the night of, literally sitting with them in cahoots talking about Suki and listening to them talk about Suki. And then you wonder why you and Suki aren't friends now. So the fact that Sapphire brought her the fact that Sapphire brought her skyscraper self to the table and even came out her mouth and told Bianca that she's a bad friend is the pot calling the kettle black. I don't care. And I said what I said, because Sapphire ain't never been no real friend like that. Girl, let's not get it twisted. You fought at the reunion because you felt like you had to. Because the fans was on you. I'm pretty sure Suki was on you. Okay? But you would have never had to, quote unquote, redeem yourself at the reunion if you weren't being fake on the show. I don't think she understands that. She's sitting there telling Bianca, oh, you can't clock me about what happened because I got my redemption at the reunion. You would have never had to have redemption at the reunion if you weren't a fake hoe on the show. And it is what it is. Girl, go bye. Like, so that first statement coming from Sapphire was beyond me. I'm like, girl, this is literally the pot calling the kettle black. Girl, I know she's not checking nobody about being a bad friend when her and Suki is not even friends to this day because of what she did to Suki on the show. Girl, boo. Anywho, they're going back and forth. Honestly, it's just a bunch of like, it's girl, I don't know, like it's a bunch of nothing, to be honest. Bianca is running around circles around the questions that Sapphire is asking her. Bianca gets caught in a couple lies. Not gonna lie, she does. And they start arguing. Sapphire tells her she doesn't take accountability. She still wants her face. She still wants to get into it. Then she gets up from the table and she calls Bianca the P word. So then scary. She calls her scary. You're scared. You know what I'm saying? You're scary. Okay. Girl. Now that right there would have been enough to make me get, if I was Bianca, that right there would have been enough to make me get up and start. And because who are you talking to like that? I feel like Sapphire stunned Bianca during that meeting. Okay, up until the part where Sapphire was trying to force an apology out of Bianca, and Bianca was like, "No, not gonna happen." I'm like, "Okay, girl, at least you're standing on something." You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Sapphire took over that whole conversation. She kind of little girled Bianca a little bit, and she was calling Bianca all out her name. Girl, Bianca wasn't doing that. Girl, I don't know whether if I want to call Bianca scary or unbothered. I don't know which one it was. Y'all let me know which one it was. But that is where the episode ended, and yeah. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell. Okay. It's Messy Maya. It's the Messy Mob. I'm out this hoe. Bye.
Yours, damn right. It's better than yours. I can teach you.